curious, what's going through your mind as you're seeing a jump ball going through the air?
I guess in the moment, just doing my best, doing whatever I can to catch it, keeping my eye on the ball, and just hoping and trusting all my practice that I've put in to catch it, get the job done.
Are you worried when there's a guy like right on your hip pocket like that?
Not really, to be honest with you. I was telling my family this after the game. It was just kind of like I didn't black out, but it was almost like I kind of got past him a little bit, and like I just instantly like tried to find DJ, and everything around me kind of blacked out a little bit, and it was just me and DJ. Pretty cool moment.
I think Coach Richardson was talking about just the offense building confidence, especially in the pass game. Obviously, you guys are going back and forth with that. How much confidence do you guys have as you're going back and forth that you're going to be able to answer each time?
Yeah, I mean, I think we are definitely heading in the right direction as an offense, just from a confidence standpoint and a performance standpoint as well. We have a really good relationship with Coach Richardson and Streeter and Coach Austin we have a really good thing going where we'll come on the sideline and, if we see something that they don't see, we're telling them exactly what we see, and they're shooting it up to Coach Streeter, and then, if we need to make any adjustments or, change anything or see a weakness or anything like that, that's what we're doing on the sideline, which I really like. We have really good communication between the players and the coaches, but I think we're definitely heading in the right direction just from all the work we put in this offseason from a passing game standpoint. It's really starting to come to light, and that's exciting to see.
How much is this like a building block kind of game that you guys just had? It was a top 25 matchup. You guys were just kind of kept throwing punches at each other in an overtime game. How much is this something you can kind of always, when the going gets tough in the future, and come back to, hey, we did this at this time?
Yeah, I think it's a huge confidence booster. I think Coach Sweeney made this comment after the game, and I couldn't agree more. This past week's game is one of those games that you look back at the end of the season and be like, man, like that was just something you won't forget, and that was just kind of something that got you over the hump maybe, or just something that really sparked you even more. Think about I think it was 2018, like the Syracuse game. That was a crazy game, came down to the wire. Chase Price had to step in. A game like that, really just kind of sparks your offense and sparks your team, gives a lot of confidence. And so, yeah, I think this is definitely a game that you'll look back and just be like, man, just the amount of confidence it gave us. And I mean, now we know, and I think we knew this, but there's a difference from knowing, like, actually going out there and doing it. Just like we will go down, we'll play 60 minutes or however long it takes, but we know as a group, as long as we're clicking and on the same page, no one can really stop us. So it's a good confidence booster.
DJ, after the game, referred to you as a 10-year pro in the making. How has y'all's relationship evolved over time, especially within this season?
It's been really good. That was a very nice comment from him. I love DJ. I think what he brings to the table and what he brings to the offense and as a team, is something huge. I mean, he's a huge piece into just the success of this team, not only the offense, and the relationship with me and him has been really good. We've really gotten to know each other over the off season and last year, just from last year till now, we've gotten closer, just from more of like a personal standpoint, not even football. And football, and because of that, I feel like that's kind of helped our football relationship as well, if that makes sense. But man, I would go to war for that guy any day of the week, and I love that guy.
Davis, you were talking about the mindset of what this game can do, what last week's game can do for you guys. Does remembering anything about last year's NC State game, does that come to the forefront this week?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think Coach Sweeney always says you got a windshield mentality, and that's big. But I mean, kind of in the back of your head, like we went there last year and didn't get the job done, and you don't want to do that again, and so that definitely would be in the back of my head, I know. But we got to focus on what we had to focus on this year, and this year there's new challenges, and so really, especially today, this afternoon, and throughout the week, really focus on what we got to clean up and put our best foot forward Saturday.
What do you think about what Jake's been able to do, and why are you guys good for each other?
Man, Jake's special. He is a really special player, and I was so happy for him Saturday. He put up high school numbers. That's what I told him. He like he had a high school game out there, 6 catches and whatever. But I was super excited for him. I think we kind of help each other's strengths and weaknesses a little bit, if that makes sense. Jake is a really, really, really talented route runner, and I'm learning something new from him every day in that standpoint, and I feel like I can help him in the run game a little bit. Just not that he needs help, but just I feel like if I can give tips, and we kind of bounce ideas off each other. It's like hey, I saw you run this route, and maybe if you would have done maybe this, that might have helped you in that route, during practice or something. And if I see something in the blocking game, and maybe I can just give a little tip about his technique. That just bouncing ideas off of each other has really helped us a lot. But yeah, I'm super excited for him. He's going to have a great season. He's going to continue just to ball out. I'm confident in that, and he's got an extremely bright future here.
Night game, top 10 matchup, college game day coming. Just describe to me the kind of atmosphere you guys are getting ready for this game.
Man, it's exciting. It's really exciting. I was telling my family this the other day too, that I think it might be like the first true college game day experience I've had here at Clemson. Just with I think college game day came my sophomore year for Miami, but that was COVID, and that was kind of a little wacky. But I'm excited personally. I think it's going to be really good. I think we'll feed off of the energy Saturday night, and I look forward to it.
Everybody talked about the light show that went on against Louisiana Tech. Now, probably been more the same. What was your perspective of that, and your thoughts on a little different entrance into Death Valley for you?
I loved it. I thought it was really cool. Just standing at the rock, and it's all dark around you or whatever, and everyone had their flashlights on. That was pretty cool. And they got the guys excited just a little bit more. But I think you Saturday night with the light show, and just the how big this game is, it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be fun to see.
Davis, I think you guys are leading the ACC in third down conversions after maybe struggling at times with that last year. How have coaches kind of emphasized to you guys that, hey, that's an area that we need to pay more attention to? And is that an easy fix? Because, I guess theoretically you all should be executing perfectly all the time.
I'd probably just say being more situationally aware. That was one thing in the off season where in spring practice where it's okay, say it's 3rd and 4. Okay, the plays in our playbook, what would be smart? You're not trying to get a 20-yard gain right here. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to move the stick. So what's something that would help us in a 3rd and 4 situation? Let's get 5. Let's get 6 maybe. And I think that's helped us just understand more of the playbook and just kind of really what the game plan is. And I really do think that's been the biggest thing. We know, okay, all right, 3rd and 4, all right, we know what we're kind of expecting the call to be from the sideline. And we also understand, hey, no matter what, if the ball's in our hands, we've got to get the sticks no matter what, if we're behind or ahead. So I think that's been the biggest thing.
Speaking of NFL tight ends, we know that the best offenses have a Gronk or a Kelsey or a Ertz or a Kittle or somebody. Is there a player that you watch in the league that you're like, yeah, I think I'm this guy, or I could be this guy one day?
I loved watching Gronk just because he was exciting to watch, and I think he's a pretty funny dude off the field. I'll say this: I loved watching Jason Witten growing up. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't really play tight end growing up. I played linebacker, but I just kind of liked how he played the game. He was a big body and, did blocking, and when he had to catch you to make a play, he could do that too. And so I still watch his highlights every now and then. But someone now, I mean, I like how Kittle blocks. I think Kittle really, he's just like a big energy guy when it comes to blocking. And I like Dallas Schultz from Dallas. I just like how he plays in both run and pass games. So.
Talked about being a linebacker. I think a lot of people talk about your ability to block as a tight end, but we saw you catching some passes in that situation. How have you developed that ability, do you think, over the last few years?
Well, I mean, I feel like I've always been able to catch. In a way, I whenever they did throw it to me in high school, I played slot receiver. Like, that was my offensive position, was slot receiver and then tight end. And so I did play offense, but I was mainly just a defensive guy. I mean, I think just knowing the fact that, like, going into my freshman year here, like, I knew, like, okay, like, I've got to be able to catch the ball too.